Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel, Dream of Crafts. My name's Deanna. Today we'll be working on week number 44 of my 52 weeks of Christmas. We are going to be doing another 2x4 piece of tabletop decor, tabletop or shelf or whatever. I have pre-prepped my 2x4. It is cut at, let's see, I cut it at 8 inches, but let me just double check. 8 inches. I then went in and filled most of it. I mean, there's a couple little holes, but most of the holes with wood putty, and then sanded that down. And I have pre-painted all the sides but this one. I just had like a partial bottle of primary red paint, and I threw in some more primary red paint and then added just a few drops of black. And I came up with this kind of like cranberry color. And I'm sure you can pick up a color that is cranberryish, but I have so many things of paint that I'm trying to use up what I have. So that is why I just mix my own sometimes. That and I get the color I want. So, but it is kind of like a cranberry color. And it looks like it's running true to color on the video today too. So, but I figured we'd do one side together for time saving efforts. It's just usually easier for me to have it all done. But this is going to be a really simple, quick video today. So I figured I'd go ahead and paint one with you. All right. I'm just going to get my heat gun here. And we're going to dry this up real quick. And sorry about the noise. It is a little noisy. Now I had two different ribbons that I got out of my ribbon box. This one is, I want to say it's probably from Michael's. Oh, Joann's. So this one's from Joann's. And this one is was a Hobby Lobby one. And it was 90 feet for $17.99. Of course, they always have them 50% off. So this one is more like a candy stripe. But I think I'm going to go with this one. It says Noel, Christmas, Jingle, Joy, Holidays, Happy Holidays. So I think we're going to go with that bow. I also, on my Cricut, cut out the words Jingle All the Way in white. And this is Oracle vinyl 631 weight. And then I used, for the upper letter there, I think it was Bordeaux Calm Bold. And the other one, I believe, was Aristo Calm Regular. So that is the two fonts I used. You can also, if you do not have a Cricut, you can, or other die cutting machine, you can hand letter these on there. You do not have to have a machine to do that. It just made it a lot faster for me than to paint it today. So looks like it's pretty good and dry. This is the side I'm going to do. I'm going to bring up my little trash bin here, and I'm just going to take my sandpaper and sand off some of these edges just to kind of distress it a little. There we go. Bring back just a little bit of that. I like to see a little bit of the wood showing again. Like I said, this is going to be a really easy, quick project. So, and these 2x4s, I do a lot of woodworking. So I always have scraps of 2x4s laying around. They are pretty inexpensive. if you want to go buy one, they're just a few dollars, and you get quite a few sections out of an 8-foot piece, of course. So, and if you need them to, they will cut them down at most of your, like your Lowe's and them places. They usually are pretty good about just cutting them down if you know what size you want. I have all my own saws and stuff. You can even use an inexpensive, what they call a miter box saw, to saw them straight. So otherwise you might know somebody that can just kind of cut you some sections, and then you won't have to worry about it. And if you don't have access, if you just want to do 1 or 2 little pieces, and check around, friends, family, sometimes we'll have scrap little pieces of wood. Otherwise, go on to like if you're on Facebook or any other that, look in your local groups, and sometimes you'll find builders and stuff that'll let you come and grab a few pieces of chunks, because they always have little pieces of 2x4s and stuff like that in their cutoffs and stuff. So you know, you don't want to be too picky and say, well, I need exactly an 8-inch piece, because it doesn't have to be exact. So be kind, and if they're being generous to share with you, then definitely don't worry about if it's not exactly 8 inches, if you don't know how to cut them down. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put my Jingle All the Way on there, and I'm going to put that right on the side here. Let me grab my other sticky sheet here. This is clear. It's a clear piece of vinyl, and I use them to get my letters off. And what I'm doing is I'm putting it on my shirt to kind of get it not so sticky. And I'm going to just kind of gently lay it on there. And hopefully this will peel up nice. I am not a professional vinyl person, so I'm sure there's going to be people out there that do vinyl, and they're going to be kind of giggling at me. But I have to do things the way I know how. And I know there's tons of ways to do it, and lots of videos and stuff out there. But this is kind of the way I taught myself. All right. So now we're going to take this and we're going to lay it on there. I want to kind of even it out a little bit. I'm going to give it a little press here. There we go. And like I said, you can easily, especially on these 2x4s, because I sanded this down. And if it's nice and even, they're easy to paint on by hand too. Or you can use your paint markers. Or if you're doing something in black, I've even used like like Sharpie markers on some things, just to give me my base, and then I can go from there and get my other stuff. You know, then I have a base to paint. And I typically will use oopsie. There we go. It was off a little bit. There we go. And it's still plenty sticky. I don't want to damage it. I want to be gentle, not rush it. Let's see if I can get it with my fingers there. Oh, come on. You can, hard to talk and concentrate. Kind of draw it out with pencil first, and then paint it. Now you could use stencils, but this, like I said, was going to be easier for me today. And I like the look of the vinyl, but not everybody has that. You could also buy the stickers. And always remember to look, like if you're going to go to Hobby Lobby or one of them stores, look in the art department, because they quite often will have different ones available in that area to consider. So I'm just trying to peel this off gently so I don't damage anything. These letters are so fine. Get this off first, and then we'll go get the other section. I probably should have divided these. Oh, peeling my paint right off. Dang it. It's because it wasn't dry. I typically will paint things and let them dry overnight, but I did not. So I'll have to figure out a way to touch that up somehow. All right, there we go. All right, we got that. Now I think I'm just gonna cut that off so I don't have to worry about that going back on there and messing me up. Re-grabbing that. There we go. There we go. Let me just trim that off there a second. Get that out of my way. There we go. See, a couple spots of paint are going to come off here. All right. It's all right. We'll work with it. These kind of things happen, you know, and you just have to not panic and just kind of continue. And that's crafting. Nothing is irreversible right now. You know, I can go back up and touch up my paint. So I'm not worried about it. As soon as you start panicking about things like that, that's when everything starts going wrong. So just remain calm. Let's see here. Like I said, these are extremely thin, but I just like the looks of it. So now I've got to deal with the fact that I picked a really thin font. So tip number 1, pick a heavier font, because this is like super tiny. Some of this is very thin. Okay, and I don't want to stretch it. All right. So if you stretch it, then it won't lay right either. So we're just going to do a little bit at a time. Lesson learned. Don't use too tiny of a font. Once I get it down to, I can go back in and kind of gently move it around. All right. Okay, let's see here. Oh, come on. I just had you down there. Okay. All right. All right. I know I'm not talking very much because I'm concentrating and just trying to do this as careful as I can here, because they are really, 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 really thin. me trim this out of my way. Okay. And to do the letters separate would probably be a better idea too. And I'll do them, put them on individual. That would probably save me a headache here for sure. For sure. There we go. Okay. Let's peel this back here. Oops, let me get that little tiny piece there. There we go. All right. All right. Let me get this off. Okay. Ooh. All right. Moving right along here. Doesn't look like it's going to be too damaged there, I'm guessing. How am I going to do that? Just going to kind of scrape the paint off of this one here a second. And then I'm going to lay this one down and leave that one up because I can see that it went underneath there. So we're going to keep that one on the paper here a minute. All right. Just like so. All right, so now I can go back in and dab my paint around there. Let me straighten these out. That's pretty good. This one's got to come up and be smoothed out a little bit. There we go. All right. So I'm just going to take a little bit of paint. And I might just use a Q-tip here. Just like that. And we're just going to fill that back in. Okay. All right. All right. I think that will be okay once it dries. All right. You just hit that with a heat gun just for a second, and I gotta be very careful now because the vinyl is on there, and I don't want the vinyl to be damaged because this gun can be hot. And I don't want to curl my vinyl. There we go. All right, let me see here. I see this is a little crooked. So I'm just going to gently lift that. Nothing has been pressed down hard right now. So if I lift it, it should kind of correct itself a little better. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and put that other L on. And I'm just going to lift it off of here. Like so. All right. There we go. If I can get it to stick to this, and I can just, boy, that is something sticky. Part of my problem is that this is still super, super sticky. There we go. And I don't want it to be super, super sticky. All right. I'm going to gently bring that in. There we go. We got a little tiny white piece we got to bring down like that. Up. There we go. All right, so I'm going to gently press on that. My little tool here. There we go. All right. There we go. We got our Jingle All the Way on there. Ooh. All right. So now I'm going to bring this up like this. And I'm going to guess how much I need here. All right. So I'm going to cut it about right in here. Okay. And we're going to tie this in a bow. Okay, get this up here. Kind of like that. And this ribbon does have a wire in it. So just straightening that out a little bit. Twist this like that. And then I'm going to bring this round like so. Whoops, I'm sorry. Not even in view there. Oh, look at that. Just about perfect, maybe, huh? Okay, come here. Okay. All right, let me see here. Nice thing about wire ribbon is you can kind of manipulate it a little better than regular ribbon. Let me see if I can get this turned around here a little bit. There we go. All right. You can kind of puff it up like so. Oh, goodness, it doesn't want to tighten out very good. I might have to just put a dip of hot glue in there. There we go. All right, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a dab of hot glue in there. Okay. Now I have a silver bell that I'm going to put on there, but I want just a little piece of wire. Okay, so this is just a scrap piece of wire. It's real fine. You could use like a bread bag, you know, one of your bread bag ties would work too. So let me get a little glue in there to hold that. So I'm going to go right underneath here. I want the glue to kind of hold that together for me. Pop that back up. Okay. Like that. Ta-da. And we will shorten those to make them equal. All right. So I'm going to take my bell and I'm going to run it. Maybe I'll run it through that tie also here. Let me see if I can get it through here. Yep, there I go. That way it's kind of concealed in there. So I'm just going to bring that up tight and start twisting it. Give it a few twists here. Let me get some nippers. Okay, here we go. We're just going to cut that little wire. Then I'm going to tuck it underneath there so no one gets poked on it. All right. Fluff that back up. You can make your bow bigger or smaller. Okay, so now I'm going to angle my ribbon here a little bit. So shouldn't be using these. These are my good fabric scissors, and that's got wire in it, so probably shouldn't be using it. We're going to bring this one up about right there and do the same little angle on there, just like that. Perfect. All right. I did have a little piece of greenery here, and I might just add that in there just as an extra decoration. This is just a piece of, those things get hot and they shrivel right up. a piece of a pick that I had in my stash, just to doll it up a little bit more. And then maybe some little pine cones, maybe. Let me see here. I do have pine cones. Somewhere I have some pine cones. See them. I always have a bag of them somewhere. Now they're hidden. All right. Yeah. I'm not seeing them. Oh, there they are. Hanging right in plain sight. Goodness gracious. If they would have got any closer, they would have bit me right on top of the head. All right, so I'm just going to maybe put a couple of these in here too. These are all different sizes. Let's go with some smaller ones. Give this just a little extra decoration there. Let's see here. I like the pine cones and stuff in my winter and Christmas decorations. I think they look nice in there. Let's see here. That's a good one. Trying to find some nice looking ones here. Sometimes they start getting a little beat up when they're in the bag for a bit. All right, here we go. So I've got one there. Let's go ahead and put one right here. Ouch. Without burning ourselves. And then, yeah. Okay. And then we'll put this one right here too, just like that. Glue string on there. There we go. All right. There we go. Nice and cute. Put that on you. You can do them any color you want. I almost did it in teal because my craft room is teals. And I almost did it in teal. I thought, you know what? I do a lot of stuff in teal. Change it up a little bit because you got other areas of the house you can use things in. So I decided to do it in red. I did see this on Pinterest. I don't know exactly how they did theirs. This is just how I did mine. So I hope you enjoyed the video tutorial. And if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I would appreciate if you would go at this time and do that. Just go ahead and go below this video and hit that red subscribe button. There's also a bell there. If you hit that, each time I put up a new video, you will be notified so you don't miss any of the projects that I create. So thumbs up is always appreciated. And until the next time, have a great day. Bye-bye.